remember when I met you. Was a big city boy, small town blues. This place seems so small to me. Well, I was used to the boulevard. When I saw you, I felt so hard. Now I never wanna leave. Girl, I'm here forever. We got moonlight all night, but I'll pray on the next star to see tonight. We'll never lose this thing we feel. With you by my side, I can do without the city lights. I fly so high when you're around that my feet don't touch the ground. Things I've done and the places I've been just don't compare to the love I'm in. Oh, it beats all I've ever seen. If you'd have told me a few years back I'd be still living here, this place I'm in. Oh, I said you're living in a dream. Now I'm staying forever. We got moonlight all night, but I'll pray on the next star to see tonight. We'll never lose this thing we feel. With you by my side, I can do without the city lights. I fly so high when you're around that my feet don't touch the ground. Girl, I'm here forever. We got moonlight all night, but I'll pray on the first star we see tonight. We'll never lose this thing we feel. With you by my side, I can do without the city lights. I fly so high when you're around that my feet don't touch the ground. Lord, my feet don't touch the ground. Lord, my feet don't touch the ground. Oh no.
Live and local, Terry Allen's Guitar Bar, Cody Newby, East Cache Creek. Feet Don't Touch the Ground. I have a funny story to tell you about. You know that's my favorite song, and thank
Right.
you for playing it.
You're
I know
welcome.
you played it last time, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I got to play it again. Okay, but I have to tell you this funny story. Your cousin, you know who I'm talking about, Alan Biffle, and the Alan
Yes.
Biffle Band, they were playing a fundraiser in Cache, and so Alan is playing this song. Well, his sound guy, Tim, has my little grandbabies and puts them up on the stage with Alan. So Alan is just playing the song. He tries to put them up on one of those little light boxes that they have. Well, neither one of my grandbabies are heavy enough to push the button on the light box. So they just keep playing and playing and playing this song over and over and over again. Lucas, my 3-year-old, gets back behind him to the drummer, and you'll appreciate this, Shelby. They're drumming. He's playing. They just keep playing. Never misses a lick. Lucas is climbing between his arms up on his lap to play the drums. They just keep playing and playing and playing. That was the longest version ever in the history of Feet Don't Touch the Ground. I think it probably lasted about 7 minutes, Jonna. It was crazy. And my little grandbabies are up on the stage the whole time. They thought they were part of the show.
That's awesome.
It was so funny.
That's awesome.
Lucas thinks he's a drummer. He really does. In fact, before the show ever started, they did a couple of warm-up stuff, and the drummer went and sat down because they had another guy playing acoustically. Lucas went over to the drummer and was pulling him by the hand and said, "Come on. Come on." He was ready for the drummer. You know, why don't we have a drummer on the stage? You know, the drummer is the most important part of the band. I just want you to know that.
That make you feel better, Shelby?
I take it that's an inside joke that you put him in the back.
It is. And, you know, we joke around. And don't worry about it. But you know, with Cody Newby and East Cache Creek, it was never intended to be that way. We're East Cache Creek as a whole. It's not me and them. We're East Cache Creek.
Right.
But the running joke, here's the funny part. The running joke is it's either the Cody Newby band or Shelby will say, well, why don't we do this song? But it's your band, so we'll do whatever you want. You know, but it's kind of, you know, we don't take anything too seriously, you know, and they'll be the first to tell you, you know, what I say goes, you know, don't get it wrong.
But everybody has a vote, right? You just have more votes than everybody else.
No, we
I'm just messing.
But no, on you know, one thing I will say is I value every one of their opinions. You know, when we're rehearsing, if somebody has an idea of how we ought to play a song or how we ought to do this a little differently, you know, I don't sit here and say, okay, the bass line needs to sound like this, the lead guitar needs to sound like that, the drums need to sound like that. These guys are all good musicians on their own.
They know what they're doing.
I don't need to sit there and coach them and go, okay, do it like this, do it like this. Lynn's played guitar, you know, almost as long as I've been alive.
Tell the story.
So
You're gonna make me feel really old.
okay, well, and it's
72 years. Shelby, he can hurt you.
and
He's your dad.
You know, but no, I literally, when I was 14, 15, I remember hearing Lynn play and thinking, man, he's good. Even then, you know, and like I said earlier, he's still one of the best I know. One of the best I know, hands down. And Dylan poor
got
guy,
thrown into the fire.
He really did get thrown into the fire.
I started as the bass player for this band.
He really did get thrown into the fire because we moved Lynn to lead guitar. The lead guitar player was out, so we needed a bass. We had a gig in 2 weeks. We literally handed him a bass guitar. He'd never touched one.
Oh, no.
And said, can you learn these songs? And he said, yeah, I think I can. I said, good, we're playing in 2 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's played ever since.
Wow.
He didn't have a beard, did
he? No, he didn't. But no, and then Shelby, you know, our other drummer, you know, we kind of butted heads or whatever, and he was out, and Shelby had been to all our rehearsals. He knew our songs.
Sure.
So we're going.
When he was 15?
He was 15.
Oh, wow.
Since he was 4. His first gig on drums at the age of 4.
So,
wow.
You know, it's all fell together so well. And now all of us collectively have played at least 3 years together. So there's really, like I said, there's really nothing we can't do.
I want to go ahead, too, and mention that the songs that we're hearing that were recorded at Guitar Bar were not Shelby. We want to say that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we want to go ahead and give mention to somebody who stepped in at the last minute because Shelby injured his foot and was unable to play for a while.
Our friend Wes from back there in Walters, he plays a lot with Dane Ledford. Man, he was really cool because we found out that all this happened like on Sunday. I talked to Shelby again Tuesday. There's no way he could play Wednesday. I talked to Wes and said, hey, we're playing Saturday. Can you please set in? He said, absolutely. So big props to Wes Edson for jumping in with us, man.
Yeah, cool. That's amazing. Well, I told you that if you played my song that I'd let you play something brand new. So you've got something, and you said something that's a kind of a sweet song, right?
It is. Well,
No.
it's nice. The thought behind the song is nice, and this song came from a conversation that Shelby and I had, and as we were talking about earlier, Lynn's father, Shelby's grandfather, passed back in January, and he was a good man. He was at a lot of our shows, and I had a lot of respect for him. So Shelby calls me up and he says, man, he said, I got to tell you about this deal. He said, one day I was over at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and he took his guitar, and which George, bless him, these two got all the talent, I guess, because I guess George couldn't play a lick. But Shelby was saying, you know, I heard something. I kind of rounded the corner, and George is sitting there with that guitar just softly strumming, but he's singing How Great Thou Art.
Oh.
And so I was like, man, I can work with that. So
I love it.
Anyway, I put this song together and played it for Shelby. Then I played it for Lynn and for Lynn's mother. And
I'm gonna send this out to my mom.
Awesome.
Yeah. We wanna give a big shout out to Janice, who is still one of our biggest fans.
Oh, that's awesome. What's the name of the song?
The song's called When Grandpa Sang How Great Thou Art.
Love it.
So we'll try it. Standing in the kitchen after dinner on Sunday, not thinking much of nothing, listen to the cowboys play. Well, he had picked up my old guitar, and though he couldn't play chords, I had to stop and listen as Grandpa softly praised the Lord. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands hath made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then in my soul, what was lost had come alive, and it took me back to another place in time. Yeah, back to the day when Jesus healed my heart. That all happened in an instant when Grandpa sang how great thou art. Well, I just sat down right beside him, I didn't know just what to say. Had a flood of emotion coming over me that day, and as he continued singing, I got caught up in the song. Then before I knew it, I just had to sing along. Went through the woods and forest glades, I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and hear the brook and feel the gentle breeze, yeah, in my soul, what was lost had come alive, and it took me back to another place in time. Yeah, back to the day when Jesus healed my heart. That all happened in an instant when Grandpa sang how great thou art. Now he's gone on to be with Jesus, but his memory remains. And I think about him often when I recollect that day. How something so simple as an old man and a song can take a wayward sinner and bring him back home to God. When Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow in humble nation, and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Yeah, in my soul, what was lost had come alive, and it took me back to another place in time. Yeah, back to the day when Jesus healed my heart. That all happened in an instant. Grandpa sang, how great thou art. Yeah, I'm closer now with Jesus, 'cause Grandpa sang, how great thou art.
Wow. Dang it, you guys. Seriously.
That gets those two riled up.
You're not supposed to you're not supposed to do that to me. But since you did, we're going to go ahead and talk about this. You're a man of God. You're a man of faith, and I have to tell you, the fact that you can write such a tribute to someone is amazing to me. I mean, I'm getting all stirred up because I think of my mama, you know, and that's one of her favorite songs, and she cannot remember my name, but she can remember the words to that song, which is amazing to me.
That to me just shows you how great God really is.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. I was sitting with her as she's in the memory care unit at Ten Oaks, and they just happened to have a little singing day, and she's sitting there and she's singing in this most beautiful voice that I've ever heard, and she can't remember anything, but she's singing every one of these old hymns, and you know, and it's amazing. So God, I love you guys. That's awesome, but I got to stop. So we're going to come right back. Right after this, we're going to hear another song that we recorded from Terry Allen's Guitar Bar right after this on K-Law 101.
Wow.
Oh, God. Oh,
yeah, that one gets everybody riled up.
Oh, my.
I got married in April.
Divorce in May.
I'm kidding.